Thank you, Stuart. And now each candidate will have a 2-minute closing statement, beginning with Lorette Healy. Lorette, why should the voters in the 40th Assembly District vote for you?
Well, first of all, Stuart, I know that Bob and I will be happy to take up the challenge to raise from the district. I'm sure that we'll be vigorously doing that in the time ahead, and we'll look forward to this opportunity. You know, I think that there's a distinct difference, frankly, with people when they choose to run for office as to what the motivations are. I waited until I felt that I had really developed what's called a view, a worldview, based on the experiences that I have had in my life. My life has been one of self-made. I came out to California and I really did not know anyone, literally. And I made my way here. I made my way here because I love it here. I'm drawn here. There's something about California that is just absolutely home for me. I will live my life and more than likely pass away here. And the truth of the matter is during those years that I was working hard and making my way and thinking of how to be an entrepreneur, I actually became one. I learned how to think on my feet. I learned how to think outside of the box. I figured out how you had to problem solve. And I look at the state of California right now, and I think that there is no time better than now for me to enter this fray, to be part of the solution to the enormous steps that have been taken, not only in the nation, but also in this state, and then the economic downturns that we have had. I see that there's no other time for someone with the level of experience that I have had in making my way in the state of California with the financial experience. I'm the person that's written and signed the front of the check, not only the back of the check. I haven't paid myself when I've paid other people. And I'm willing to make those sacrifices again and again and again if it means that the state of California is in a better place when I leave than when I've come here. I believe in you, and I believe in this great state, and I really hope that you give me an opportunity to prove to you how fortunate and lucky we can be. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorette. Dan McCrory, why should the voters in the California 40th District vote for you?
FDR said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, it's whether we provide for those who have too little." I have been representing working people as a union president for over 25 years and a labor leader, and there is no greater, nobler task than representing the working class. I want health care for every man, woman, and child. I want a quality, affordable education. It's not about smaller or larger government. It's about folks getting a good return on their investment. I want to rebuild our infrastructure. I want good new jobs with a livable wage and good benefits, jobs of the future, bioscience, new technologies, environmental, transportation. I want local citizens involved in government with a kitchen cabinet composed of representatives of all the neighborhood councils in the district. I want to build on our diversity. It is our strength. I want my district offices to reflect the diversity of those who live in the district. I want to be your next assembly member, and I humbly ask for your support.
Thank you, Dan. Stuart Waldman, why should the voters in the 40th Assembly District vote for you?
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank my opponents. This is the first of many, and I'm pretty excited about this. I think my opponents are all great people, and I think they would do a great job succeeding me after my 6 years in the Assembly. Now, the fact is that people ask us all the time, what's the difference between all of you? And we're all good Democrats. We have a lot of similar views. But one difference is the experience. I spent 11 years representing this district, working in the legislature, working at the state level, which my opponents don't have that experience. I spent 7 years as a chief of staff to 2 different assembly members. I've been to Sacramento, in the halls, done everything there is to do in an office. I started with Bob Hertzberg, where I was a field rep, and I worked my way up to being chief of staff. I don't need the class that they teach. They actually, when the rookies come in, they take 7 days of classes to learn how to be an assemblyman. And I'll take it, but I helped write it. So, it's a class that I was there helping write. So from day one, I'm going to be able to hit the ground running. I'm going to be operational. We have 6 short years. That is such a short time, and I've been there long enough to know that you can slip up and you can miss a lot by just trying to figure out where the bathrooms are. But that's not going to happen to me. Now, my ties to the Valley go deep. In 1978, I first moved to the Valley. Out to Woodland Hills. There was nothing there. One movie theater and a Save-On where I got nickel ice cream, and I got to see Jaws all the time. And I see I have 15 seconds left. Went to Valley College, Cal State Northridge, live in Van Nuys, love the Valley. I would appreciate your support. Please check out my website, www.stuartwaldman.com. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. And Bob Blumenfeld, why should the voters of the 40th Assembly District vote for you?
Thank you. First, I do want to, before I even answer that, just thank you as the moderator. You've done a great job, and we really appreciate it.
It was so easy. I'm falling asleep.
And also, I have a lot of respect for all of my opponents here, and the fact that we're all here, we're trying to make a difference. Everybody I know is coming from a place of wanting to make this a better place. And also all of you out there, I mean, this is a Sunday night there. You have a lot of things to do, and it means a lot to all of us that you're out here. I also have to thank Linda Sutton for putting it together, and Joyce Swan, and all the rest, and all the Democratic clubs. And just to quickly say, in terms of why I think I'm a little different here, is that I have 18 years of experience, of public policy experience. And it's not, and I've worked at the state level, I've worked at the federal level, I've worked at every level of government. Today's complex problems require complex solutions. We need people who can not only understand the process in Sacramento, but understand how to coordinate that process with what happens federally, locally, both coordinate it and build coalitions. Part of what I've done is I've learned how legislation works, not only how to draft bills, but how to build the coalitions necessary to effect change. And I have the political relationships across every level of government to make those changes a reality and to create a coordinated policy that will holistically improve our area. When it comes to dealing with the federal government, I mean, I know, worked for Congressman Berman. I've got Berman, Waxman, Pelosi are all endorsing me, and I can pick up the phone and get through to those folks. County level, Zev Yaroslawski is supporting me. State level, I've got Lloyd Levine, the incumbent, and all sorts of folks from Fabian Nunez on down. The point of having these relationships is that it helps get things done. And it's important to recognize that. Anyway, I thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your candidates for the 40th Assembly District: Bob Blumenfeld, Lorette Healy, Dan McCourty, Stuart Waldman.